Riley.
Oh, exactly.
Well, you're going to get more than one.
Once we've done that bit, then let's go and do the whole thing as well. The problem about having construction sites here is you've got it. So you've got to go to all this traffic. It's lots and lots of traffic. It's going to get stuck. So it's not a practical place to have construction sites. Whereas this area here, right next to the M25, where you can create slippery or something. There, that is a suitable place for a construction site, and you could have the tunnel going that way and the other way.
As I understand it, this is where the spoil is going to be.
Temporary. They're meant to be taking it all away.
Yes, I think so.
But actually, the spoil, my calculation says that the spoil is a major problem.
What about Ruislip Manor High Street? How about economic civic facilities?
What we're going to do is subsidise a very few
It's just one dental practice and 2 doctor surgeries. No, everything is almost every fact that you're given here. So you think, well, if they can't get the baseline right, what hope have we that they've actually got anything else right? I mean, it's just.
I use that example of the lady in the care. What I said,
It's on the wrong side of the railway.
well, then they're going to have people later and go, by the way, we're not. Well, if they can't even work from home, then they're going to go to the garage now.
How can we have any confidence that they know what they're doing?
Well, I've said that.
And then, I mean, the other thing that really annoyed me about this is all during the community forums they promised us, they kept on saying, well, that'll be in the environmental statement, that'll be in the environmental statement. To be confirmed, to be confirmed, to be confirmed, to be confirmed. It's not in the environmental statement.
No, it's not.
The traffic, if you look at the traffic stuff,
Well, I mean,
1,600 journeys. And of course their baseline is before they built the economic state.
if you look at it, yeah, if you look at it like that,
Yes, our only north-south route. So
it is confident.
and they don't seem to realise that that's not going to work.
But it's not just us. You know, people from Hatchem, from Pinner, that's how they get out.
People from Watford get out that way.
I just think they're actually immediate.
Yes, I mean, but also I look through this, looking for all the mitigation. There isn't any mitigation at all. There's no plans as to how they're going to make this work.
No.
There's just what we're going to do, and you just have to live with
You
it.
can live with it somehow, I know.
I mean, there's no comment about how they're going to fix this golf course. Well, we can't close the golf course for 7 years. And they haven't, you know, they could fix it before they start, because they know which bit they need to use. So why don't we just put 2 new holes at the top, build a new clubhouse to replace this one, and then say, right, there you are. Put a big green wall beside it and flatten it to your heart's content. Because our golf course is now over here.
Well, that's right. You can move it a little bit. Hoak. Don't talk about Hoak.
Well, I want to talk about
Really, I know, but you know what I mean.
What's Hillingdon doing about all this?
Well,
The council.
you own Hoak.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, what we've said from the start is that we object to it, and we've done everything, a lot of things that we can in order to raise objections, in order to try and persuade the MPs to raise objections. I mean, from a corporate point of view, we've been objecting from the very outset.
As the owner of the 2 bits of land most affected, presumably HS2 are talking to you about what they're going to do to make your life better.
They're not talking to us anymore, they're talking to everybody else.
So
They've got their consultation in that regard is what I've has been very good. They're not, they tell people after things have happened,
yes,
or just before they're about.
like this meeting, or at least the one in Perryville, is to replace one they gave us 6 days notice.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, what the heck is the point of a meeting in Perryville? I mean, it's out because their consultation process is an absolute nonsense.
Yes.
It doesn't get a consultation process.
Their community forums, they've told us the fact why. They won't tell us, when we asked them, for instance, they did a costing on extending the tunnel out to Harville Road. They don't tell us how much it costs, they just say it wasn't feasible.
No, but if the attitude leaving aside a very practical aspect of that whole lady garage, to send her a letter that says we're tearing your garage down, and this is the reason, and no explanation, no nothing, and then not tell her, but for her relatives to find out a few days later, and for them to sort of joyfully say, oh, by the way, what was the previous reason was, it just shows a lack of thought and technical thinking.
It started right at the beginning.
So if they can't even get that sort of thing right, how are they going to get the rest of it?
It started right at the beginning, when they came to us with the route. And we said, you have walked this route, haven't you? And they went, oh no, we've done it all from an office desk in London. And he went, you know that blank space there is now a housing estate? That blank building there is an old people's home? Oh, right.
They're not set up, they clearly have not been set up or designed to be a true consultative such an organisation, stroke company. They've just been designed for a hatchet job on a project that they've been told has to be done. Now that we're looking at 50 million as opposed to 30 million, because apparently the original 30 million didn't even include stock. So you're now looking at an extra 20 or so billion, right? Not million. To look at it. But,
the government.
To say that we can afford, that we can afford it, set against other things that you can spend much better money on. Current infrastructure, I've said to you before, I work in Birmingham quite a bit. Everyone in West London and in a wedge from central London out as far as, I don't know, Reading one end, Hatfield the other. If you want to go to Birmingham, you go to Watford Junction, and you get to Birmingham in just over an hour. And I get to Birmingham quicker sometimes than I can to centre Scotland. And I'm there at work, I'm there for, I don't know, 7:30, I'm there for 9. Now, I don't need to get there any quicker, and worse, what I don't need to do is to go all the way to town.
Yes, which will take you an hour.
At 6 o'clock in the morning, probably, to come past the front door.
Yes.
So the pace.
And do you know how long it takes to get to Manchester today?
By train. When you go into town first, what you have to do.
Well, if you leave from Euston, it's a 2-hour, 8-minute journey. So what are we going to cut it down?
And you can also, you can get to Nottingham. I mean, I've been to Nottingham. You have to get there early, but you can do it. The point is that on the train that I go, first class is never full. First class is never full. Second class, or whatever you call it, economy, whatever, standard. I always get it. And then all the trains throughout the day, there's 2 an hour. One that stops at Watford, one that stops at Woking. And you always get on. Why do you need one of these trains an hour?
The really interesting thing about that is if you look at the fiasco of the first of the West Coast Main Line franchise deal. First, when they thought they'd won it, their contract required them to increase capacity, increase numbers by 5% a year over 20 years. Well, what's 5% compounded over 20 years? It's more than 100%. So somehow, on this insane railway line, they were going to get twice as many people.
You look at the truth.
But we're at capacity.
But if you look at the truth, whenever you make it easy back to the south of England. Most businesses do not relocate to the other end of the operation. What happens is that people are drawn back into the south.
Yes.
And the other thing that astonishes me is where on earth are all these businesses coming from who are waiting for the train to go?
Yes, before they move.
Because surely the idea would be to get your workforce from the local areas in order that you could generate economy in the local areas. So why the heck do you need a
How many businesses in this country have a future plan that is more than 2 years long? I mean,
some of the bigger ones that have a 10-year plan, but the point is,
even a 10-year plan wouldn't get to the end of this railway.
because of the point is, if you want to, what if the idea for a pan-European railway, so you can get on at Moscow and end up in London, let's say, or Edinburgh or somewhere, then what you would do is to bring the train across the channel under the tunnel or something, and then come to a hub, and then you'd have a hub, I say to all other countries, and you'd have a hub, like an inverted half spoke train, and then you'd send, and your hub would be somewhere off the Kent coast or wherever you come in, a big hub station, and then you'd fan out all the trains, not on massive great high-speed rail lines, but on what we've got already. You'd upgrade current infrastructure, and it would all be based on that side, with trains, I don't know, going down to the West Country, going up to Scotland or whatever, and you wouldn't touch this side because it's too busy now. And that would, I mean, if you had to do it, that would be the place to do it. But that is not what's going to happen. It's not linked up to anything.
They have one very small link between going across Camden that connects them to the other half.
If you were really going to challenge flight, that would be the way to do it. And, you know, the council said that in principle, the idea of flighting across Europe and whatever else is fantastic. Look at vast distances. And I have relatives in Edinburgh, and you can drive from my mum's in Cornwall to Edinburgh in a day. So it's not like vast distances.
It's not like Spain or France where they have vast.
So none of it makes any sense.
Or China, where they're talking about.
It's all systems. So anyway, there we are.
I think.